Pompeii, a mystery more terrifying than we know. New discovery changes history. Hello, listeners of Mystery Seekers, where we explore unsolved mysteries and stories from the past. In this episode, we delve into a shocking new discovery about the fate of the Pompeii residents, who have suffered a much more horrific tragedy than we ever thought. Make sure you hit the channel, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos about mysteries from around the world. Now, let's start our journey of discovery. Pompeii, the double tragedy of the ancient city. By now, most of us know that the inhabitants of Pompeii met their tragic deaths when the volcano Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. But recent findings have revealed that their deaths were far more horrific than we once imagined. A team of scientists and archaeologists from Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology conducted a thorough study of the remains of Pompeii and came to an unexpected conclusion. Pompeii suffered not one, but two major disasters at the same time. Not only did the inhabitants of Pompeii face the wrath of Mount Vesuvius, but they also suffered from powerful earthquakes. Researchers have found traces that show that these earthquakes contributed significantly to the destruction of the city. Excavations have uncovered evidence that there were buildings that collapsed not only due to the weight of ash and pumice, but also due to the strong tremors that occurred after the eruption. Amazing discovery. One of the most shocking discoveries came from a special building, where archaeologists discovered two bodies with injuries typical of earthquake victims. These victims did not die from inhaling ash or being burned by molten lava flows as we think. Instead, they died as a result of the earthquakes that occurred immediately after the eruption. First, reimagine the moment Mount Vesuvius began erupting around p.m. Thick columns of black smoke covered the sky, and the city of Pompeii was plunged into darkness. Ash and pumice fell over the next 18 hours, forming a dense coating on the roads and roofs. Many residents have rushed to find shelter in their homes, hoping that this nightmare will soon pass. However, as the eruption temporarily subsided, some survivors may have thought they were safe. But shortly after, powerful earthquakes began to hit the city. Buildings that had been weakened by the weight of the ash began to shake and collapse, leaving those still sheltering inside with no chance of survival. The two victims found during the excavation are a clear testament to this. The first body was that of a man in his 50s, who was found under a large piece of wall that had collapsed due to the earthquake. The wounds on his skeleton show that he was instantly crushed by the enormous weight of the wall. The second body, also a man of the same age, was found in a corner of the room, in a position trying to shield himself with a wooden object. He seemed to be aware of the approaching danger, and tried to protect himself, but all efforts were in vain, when he was also crushed by the terrible force of the earthquake. New discoveries about life and death in Pompeii. Not only did the discovery of the tragic deaths, but archaeologists also continued to shed light on the daily lives of the inhabitants of Pompeii for new discoveries. During excavations to build a humidity-controlled air chamber in the new library of the Archaeological Park of Pompeii, they accidentally discovered an extremely special semicircular tomb. This tomb is not just an ordinary funeral monument, decorated with lion's head motifs at the ends of the chairs. This tomb belonged to a man named Numerius Agristinas, an important Roman citizen with many noble titles and honors. The inscription on the tomb recounts his life: a knight of justice, a military general, and twice held the rank of Dumber, the highest position in Pompeii. More specifically, he also held the position of Praefectus Autragonum, or prefect of the Autragoni, a people from the northern Iberian Peninsula. Agristinas' position and title suggests that he was an important player in Emperor Augustus' Cantabrian War to complete the conquest of Hispania. His honor with a memorial on public land is a testament to recognition and loyalty to those who served the Roman Empire in far-flung lands. Crafts and daily life in Pompeii. But the story of Pompeii doesn't just revolve around disaster and death. It is also the story of a vibrant city with a thriving economic life and arts and crafts. Recent excavations have uncovered evidence of a thriving carpet-making industry right next to the ruins of a restaurant. The Pompei 114 Project, a collaborative effort between Tulane University and Parco Archaeologico di Pompei, has excavated the building complex known as Insula 1 of 14 since 2022. Here, archaeologists have found well-preserved reed tapestries along with the facilities that produce them, including a large tank and drainage system. This suggests that part of the building had been dedicated to carpeting in the years leading up to the eruption. Besides, evidence of a nearby restaurant provides a glimpse into the culinary life of the Pompei people. The remnants of olives, figs, and poultry bones suggest that the menu may have been served to diners. In particular, a small collection of baked bagels with poppy seeds has been found, exemplifying the desserts that ancient Pompeians loved. These discoveries remind us that Pompeii was more than just a city frozen in its last moment of tragedy. It is a lively urban center with a rich economic and artistic life. The inhabitants of the city are not only victims of the wrath of nature, but also active participants in a diverse and vibrant commercial ecosystem. As we continue to explore Pompeii and its secrets, we will gain a better understanding of the life, death, and revival of an ancient city full of mystery. Stay tuned for Mystery Seeker so you don't miss out on the next intriguing stories. If you're interested in this journey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on the latest findings from Pompeii and other archaeological sites around the world. Thank you for accompanying us. See you in the next video.